Hi, good morning. It's Kevin here, solo OTR driver for Werner. I just want to tell you a little bit about my day. It's a hot Sunday in July. Started out at 5:30 this morning, had the road all to myself, coming through the mountains, the west end of Virginia. It was a beautiful day. Now it's around 11 o'clock and the roads are very packed with lots of cars loaded up like they're on a road trip. I guess everybody's on vacation today or out for a weekend trip. It's real nice. Let's all just be careful and watch out for each other though, okay? So I just brought a load down from Indiana, delivered it to a Walmart distribution center in Virginia, and took a little while, but I found an empty trailer so I could hook up and be ready to go and get my next load. So I got there at 8:30. At 9 o'clock, got the next load over the tablet. Now I had been bugging because I know sometimes on the weekend it takes a little while for them to get a load. So at 7:30 I sent a message. I said, I'm going to need a load soon, and don't forget, I've got a home time scheduled next weekend in California. Here I am in Virginia, so I really need to start heading west today. Now I know your average driver can probably cross the country in 4 or 5 days, and I need 6, but as a solo driver, I don't get those 2,000 mile runs. I'll probably go in there 500-600 miles at a time, so there'll be a lot of dropping and hooking and stuff like that. There's also going to be a 34-hour reset before I get out there. So by my calculations, I got to start heading west today. So at 9 o'clock I get a load. Looks like they want me to go right to the East Coast, the Chesapeake Bay, pick up a load, take it up to Pennsylvania. I'm thinking, okay, well that puts me about 100 miles from New York City on a Monday. About the middle of the day I'd have to start out for California. So I called them up and I said, I don't want this load. I don't think that's going to work. You're not going to get me home on time. And it's a family commitment. I got something to do there. It's important that I get there on time. And it's been my experience, just between you and me, it's very rare I get to my home time at the proper time. There's always this, one more load or one more thing, or let's fit this in or that in. And actually the majority of times I haven't made it home on the day I requested. The one time I did, it's because I spoke up and I said, you're pointing me in the opposite direction. It's not going to work. There's no way. So that's what I told him today. You're not going to get me there on time, and it's too important to screw around. I can't miss this. And the guy on the other end of the phone said, yeah, the planner thought we could fit this one in, and you'd still make it on time, but I can see you got a long way to go, so we'll try and rework this, get you the load going west. So that was about 2 hours ago. I got tired of waiting at the Walmart, and so I have headed down the road to a Love's because I need to take care of a little personal hygiene situation. I haven't had a shower in a couple of days, and I have free unlimited showers at Love's because I reached the platinum status last month. You can see I'm looking a little scruffy, and I'm real glad you can't smell the inside of this truck right now. So I'll follow up in a bit. After I get cleaned up, maybe I'll have my load, and I'll let you know how this turns out. Hi there. Welcome to Chapter 2 of our story about getting to California for home time. You might be able to tell the sun is very low in the sky right now, so I can do shadow puppets with that. That means it's very late in the day. I just finished, hit the sleeper button, drove as long as I could. I think I had 5 minutes left on the clock. So where we left off, they had given me a load going east, right to the East Coast in Virginia, and picking up that load and taking it up to Pennsylvania. And I kind of figured that would not get me to my home time on Saturday night of next weekend. So while I waited for them to find me an alternate load, I went over to the Loves. I cleaned up. You see, freshly shaven, smelling much better. Ready to see my wife. So when I came out, there's still nothing. After a couple of minutes, the same load showed up on the tablet, going to the coast of Virginia and then up to Pennsylvania. So I made a phone call. Now it had been 3 hours since that load first showed up, and I talked to a different person than I had spoken to 3 hours earlier and told them I wasn't happy about it. I did not want to take this load. I needed to start heading west so I could reach my home time on schedule. And that person took the load back off the tablet, removed it, and told me that they would do their best. So I said, thank you very much. And then I waited another 45 minutes. So now it's 1:45 in the afternoon. I've lost 3 hours and 45 minutes waiting for a load to get me going west. And I get a message saying, we'll do that load anyway to Pennsylvania, and then we'll get you headed west. And I looked, and they had already lined up the second load going from York, Pennsylvania all the way to Omaha, Nebraska. So 3 times they're throwing this load at me, and I'm very sure that if I take that load, I'm not getting home on time. But I'm not the kind of person to be stubborn until I get my way, and I'm more the type of person that doesn't like to waste time, and I felt bad about already losing almost 4 hours over this nonsense. So I accepted the load, and I headed to the coast of Virginia and picked up the load. And being a Sunday, I ran into some awful traffic between Richmond and Washington on I-95. Late on a Sunday, everybody's headed home after their weekend. So I didn't get as far as I thought I would. So I got another 5 hours to go tomorrow to drop this load off, and then I'll have 2.5 hours to go pick up the other load, and that'll be more than half my day shot right there, and then I'll start heading west. And according to my calculations, there's no way I can possibly reach my home time destination anytime on Saturday. Pretty sure it's going to be Sunday, but maybe there'll be some kind of miracle. I don't know. But I guess there'll be a chapter 3 to this story. I'll let you know how it turns out. I'm telling you, at the moment, though, I feel kind of trodden upon. I feel like I had a pretty good grasp of the situation. I knew what needed to happen, and the company didn't come through. And like I said earlier, this happens whenever I get a home time set up. I don't get there on time, and I know I'm going in the wrong direction when I should be headed toward home. They send me in the opposite direction, and I don't usually complain, but this time it was kind of important. So I made it a point to remind them and to tell them that it wasn't going to work out, and they still threw that load back at me for a 3rd time. So make of that what you will. I don't feel respected at the moment. Hi there, it's me again for chapter 3 of the Home Time Chronicles. Take me home, please. So, last we heard, I was assigned a load out of Williamsburg, Virginia, all the way up to Pennsylvania. And after delivering that load, I was to drive 2.5 hours through Pennsylvania and pick up the next load. So that all happened on Monday. I left York, Pennsylvania about 3:30 in the afternoon Monday. So that's a far cry from Sunday morning when I was letting somebody know I should be heading west right away in order to get to my home time. So today is Wednesday. I arrived here in Omaha this morning about 10 o'clock. I had a good run out here, and I was assigned a load going from here to Rialto, California, which is just east of Los Angeles. However, when I got here to Omaha, I only had about half an hour left on my 70-hour clock, and it was time for a 34-hour reset. Fortunately, I'm at Werner Enterprises headquarters here in Omaha, Nebraska. So I decided to do my 34 here rather than picking up a load and driving 10 minutes to a gas station and sitting there for 34 hours. And it's nice to be here. I've never been to this terminal before. I got to meet my fleet manager. They've got a pretty good facility here. They got the service bays, so I got my mirror replaced on my truck. They got smashed last week, and took advantage of the gym. It's very well equipped here. They've got a cafe with some food, and they have a pretty good store down in the driver's area. They got the showers, they got the laundry, all the regular stuff, but on a slightly bigger scale than I'm used to from the other terminals. Did a little shopping at the company store. Got some Werner gear, which you might see in the next few videos. But basically, when I leave here, it'll be very early Friday morning. If I still got the same load, I'll be in LA Sunday morning, and I'll still have 4 hours bobtailing personal conveyance to get to my home time, which is on the coast up around Morro Bay. So as I foresaw, the company did not get me home on the day I requested, and that's why I was asking for another load Sunday morning, and this is how it's turning out. I did bring it up to my fleet manager when I met him in person, face to face, for the first time, and this guy has been my liaison with the company since I started driving solo back in the middle of April. It was the first time I got to actually meet him, so we had a nice chat, spent a little time going over some things, and he regrets not getting me home to my time as requested. And I pointed out that this is the 5th time I've gotten a home request since I started driving 3 months ago, and I've only been home once on time. So he's gonna try to make that up to me in the future. So we'll see how all that turns out. Could be one more installment in this little series. Chapter 4, I guess, will be when I arrive at my home time. We'll see if I get there, and I'll let you know when. Hi everybody, I'm back one more time for Chapter 4 of the Home Time saga. I made it here last night on Sunday out to the west coast to visit my brother. You can just see the Pacific Ocean there between the roofs, and you can see the truck parked there in the driveway. So, like I said, I got here Sunday night, and I was supposed to get here Saturday night, and last Sunday I called in and reminded them that I wanted to get out here by Saturday, and they sent me east instead of west. So, as I predicted, I got here a day late, but that's all right. I'm glad to be here. It's a beautiful place, beautiful scenery, mountains and ocean, all that good stuff. Going for a hike now. But the lesson of the whole story, I guess, is if you really need to get to your home time on the day you requested, maybe you have a doctor's appointment or family commitments or something like that, you got to keep reminding your fleet manager, and he's usually only there Monday to Friday. So if you're dealing with the people on the weekends, they're a little overworked, they're shorthanded, or not as able to deal with your situation as you'd like. So talk directly to your fleet manager and let him know that it's important to get you there on time. So that's all I have to say about this for now, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave your comments down below, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.